All right, so to be powerless is essentially to be weak. When you are weak as a man, and I'm not saying you are, but if you are weak as a man, you are pretty much powerless. Powerless equals weakness. Weakness equals being powerless. If you want power as a man, you must be strong. It's all about power. I highly believe that the entire world is essentially built upon power and status and money. That's what it's really about. We as men, we want status, we want money, we want power. And as you know, status and money, that is power. So maybe I should just say power. We want power. We want to be in control of ourselves. We want to be in control of our lives. We want to be in control of other people as well. Because we as men, we have this natural ability, this natural tendency to just trust ourselves to the point where I would much rather be in control, be the leader, be the one making decisions for a bunch of people, rather than having anyone else just make decisions. Why? Not because I don't believe in those people, but because I believe so highly in myself. That is not to be egotistical, I want to clarify. That is to have confidence in yourself. But most people, they are weak, unfortunately. They are weak, and therefore they are not really truly in control of themselves. They cannot control their own mind. Therefore, they can be manipulated. And all that happens because deeply from within they are weak. And I don't want to blame you for being weak, because very likely if you're watching this, the idea of being conscious, being aware of what's going on around you is likely very new. I mean, I've been conscious about the fact that I was in control of my own life, and the fact that I always need to have and take responsibility for my own life. I've been conscious of that for 3 years. I'm 18, and the point I really started taking my life seriously and accepting that, hey, I'm the one responsible for my own life, that was when I was 15. That's when it all started. And since then, it has all just improved. That's when I got into self-improvement. That's when I got into meditating, fitness, reading. That's when I started having an interest in making money online, in actually becoming something other than just a normal person. And not to say that there's anything wrong with just being normal. Just know that from what I believe, from what I know, essentially, being normal nowadays is to be weak. Because what is normal is pretty much things making you weak. We are our habits, as Aristotle put it back when he lived. And nowadays, when you look around, it's like, what do you consider normal? There's a bunch of bad habits nowadays that are considered normal. I think taking drugs, watching and scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on YouTube, sitting on your phone all day, on your PC, playing video games, eating junk food, ordering fucking food instead of going out and getting it, doing all of these different things that is essentially not really natural. It's not really natural, the things I just mentioned. That is considered normal. So you cannot really be a normal person anymore if you want to be strong, which you need to be, if you want to be in control of yourself, truly. And this is the cost of your life. It's on the cost of your life, because you're going to live a miserable life if you are not in control of yourself. You need to be the one choosing what life you have and not be the one manipulated by everyone else. So many people nowadays, because they are weak, we can just manipulate them. You see people, influencers online, they're doing things that is very likely not in harmony with their soul and with who they really are. They sell their soul essentially, and that is because of fame, money, status, all these different things we want, or we all have this desire for recognition. We have this desire for recognition. And when people come, powerful people come to, let's say, famous rappers, smaller rappers, and they say, hey, we can give you this contract. You sign here and you get X amount of money up front, $10 million, and we will sign you, you'll be paid this and this, here's your job, like this is your job, this is what you do, but there are things you're not allowed to say, right? You're going to dress like this, you're going to hang out with these people, you're going to live this life right here. And people accept that because they are weak. And that doesn't really mean necessarily that they are truly, truly, truly weak within their soul. I mean, for a lot of people it could be, but I believe in a lot of situations it's just due to things being very difficult. Money that's a different topic compared to 50 years ago. I believe that 50 years ago, you could be just a normal man working hard and you will be respected and you will have money to provide. Back in the day, before World War II essentially, that the normal world, the normal life of a man back before the Second World War, 75, 80 years ago, before that, it was very normal for a man just to be a hardworking man. Like, it's still normal, right? But be a hardworking man and your wife will be at home, your girlfriend will be at home with your kids, 4 kids, all respecting you, including your wife. And you'll just be the masculine man, going out to work, making money, being brave, being around other men, surrounded by good, loyal, high quality men that you could actually trust. Brave men ready to fight for you. That kind of men, right? And you'll have respect at home. All that was life probably 80 years ago and before. World War II really fucked up a lot of things other than just a lot of people being killed, right? But that's another story, that's another subject for a video, maybe. But back then, men were strong, and men were respected for being strong. The only reason men had respect, and the only reason men still have respect, that's because they are strong. You get respected when you do something brave. And bravery is a very, 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 very big sign of just being a man. I think if you are incredibly brave as a man, you are brave in the sense that you're not afraid to just do what you're afraid to do. When somebody tells you something you don't like, you're not afraid to tell them to shut the fuck up. You're not afraid to fight. You're not afraid to tell your girl to leave. You're not afraid to have a heartbreak or get smacked in the face or essentially get a gun pointed at you. That is being brave, and you get respect from that. And that all gives you power, because it's you being masculine, and when you are masculine you have power. So the essence of this video is really just to teach you or to share a message with you, that is to remain strong. You must live up to who you really are, in the sense that you are really, if you are a man, you are born to just be strong, to just be this strong alpha masculine man. This man who, there's many definitions of it, so let's not go into that, but you know what I mean. You're born to be strong, you're born to have power, and if you can be strong, you can have power. And when you truly have power, that's when you are in control of your own mind, of your own life, because life is all controlled with your mind, if you don't happen to already know it. So you must just remain strong. You must just make sure that you are not selling your soul. You're living to your standards. You're living according to your soul, who you are, who you want to be, not other people. Other people should not come into your life. If somebody offers you a lot of money to go do things that is genuinely wrong, you genuinely from the bottom of your heart feel that is wrong, I should not do it. I wouldn't have done it for free. It's only because he is offering me 50K that I'm offering it and I don't have money for bills. You should really consider, you shouldn't even consider, you should just be like, no, because you don't want to lose your sense of self. That is what happens to a lot of people, a lot of, famous people, famous rappers, famous people in the music industry. I don't even know other industries. Like a lot of people, they sell their soul, they lose who they really are and start living as fake people, start living as characters essentially, without that feeling of, hey, I'm just myself. And that's because that they get offered money. They get offered a lot of money, a lot of recognition, a lot of status, a lot of power essentially to sell their soul. But really they become powerless because they give up their power to somebody else. They lose their soul. When they lose their soul, their sense of self, that's when they have no opinion. Other people can just manipulate with them, manipulate them around. So you must not conform to this. You must stay strong. You must just keep your sense of self, man. And that's really the message of this video, along with all I've spoken about. So hopefully this video was good and can actually be used on my YouTube. I'm very critical when it comes to my YouTube. It's like, and now this, you can click off the video if you don't want to watch anymore. But I'm very critical when it comes to my YouTube. I mean, I always watch my videos before I post them, and sometimes, I just stop recording because I feel like I don't have anything to say more, this video is bad and so on. And then there are other times that I just continue recording without really being disturbed by anything. And I get to the point where it's like, I don't really have much more to say. So I end the video, I pitch my school community, tell people to subscribe, like what not? I want subscribers, of course. I want people to listen to me. I have powerful things to say, I believe. And, I just do that. And when I watch the video back, it's like, I feel peace because I was at peace when I recorded this video. And that's really when I make my best videos. And I can just be consistent that way. So that's another random fact. If you want to see more content related to, you just want more insights for the soul. You want to just be more aware. You want to just improve your life as a man, as a woman, as a fucking non-binary, as a fucking fish. You want to just be better. I'm here to help everybody. So you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment, you can do whatever you want, essentially, because you are free. Just remember that. And yeah, you can join Life Club, my private community, if you want to be surrounded by great people, you want to see more content from me, writings, thoughts, quotes, whatever I decide to share, courses in the future and so on. You want me to DM you and just have a chat with you, relaxed, I can help you if you want, stuff like that. And yeah, if you want that, go join Life Club, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.